How's it going, everyone? It is Andre Williams, and over here we talk stocks and we focus on one thing. Always protect your profits. And today we're going to be talking about Clover Health. You guys know I like this play. I love the technical setup. It could be a lot better since we did pull back quite a bit, but we want to see some momentum and we're going to be talking about it today inside of this video. So I won't take up any more time. Let's jump into the agenda. If you're new to this channel, I just want to let you know we have timestamps down below inside the description. But if you are a shareholder or you're thinking about taking a position, I highly suggest you watch this full entire video. So the first thing we're going to be going over is the technical analysis. We want to know support, we want to know resistance, and what do we expect from CLOV going into tomorrow. And then we're going to be going on Fintel, taking a look at the short interest information and as well as recent institutional ownership. By taking a look at the short interest and the short volume ratio, these particular factors will affect the stock price, so that's why we're covering it. And then we're going to be going over the order flow distribution, where institutions loading up on large scale orders today. This is important because it does impact the stock price as well, and I want you guys just to get the gist of seeing, hey, what are inflows and what are outflows. And then when all of that is done, we'll be going into the final thoughts and as well as some more key details. So we're going to be doing a technical analysis for Clover Health. Let's see how it performed on the day. So it ended up closing at $8.12, being up 4.77%. On the low, it tested $7.69, and then on the high, testing $8.24. When we take a look at the volume stats on the day, we traded at 15.956 million shares, and the average volume over 10 trading days being at 37.124 million shares. So we did have some below average volume on today, but at least we know there is a lot of buying going on since we saw appreciation in the overall stock price. The chart that we're using is a 1-year daily chart. When we see the RSI down below, you can see it's at 47.17. So we're almost fairly close right in the middle there. We take a look at our moving averages. We are below the 200-day, the 100-day, and as well as the 21-day EMA. So what we want to see from CLOV is being able to hold up the $8 level. It did break through this level, but as we saw from today, it gained a lot of momentum, making those moves to the upside. Of course, seeing some selling pressure around $8.24. So what we want to see going into tomorrow is seeing it reclaim the 21-day EMA, being above $8.36. I feel like if CLOV can get to this level, it can really start gaining some momentum here. One area of resistance to do pay attention to is going to be right here around $8.74. So you want to look out for $8.74, especially if we pass that 21-day EMA. If we do decide to pull back, I want to see CLOV hold up this $8 level. If it doesn't do that, then of course I'm going to want to see some support hold up right here around $7.80. But as you can see clearly here, it's just consolidation. I wouldn't be surprised if we end up getting more of that, but if we get it in this particular area, then of course we can look forward to seeing that pop. So this is part of the reasons why you want to continue to keep this on your watch list. So we're going to be taking a look at the recent institutional ownership and the short interest information for Clover Health. So scrolling down on the page, green rows indicate new positions while red rows indicate closed positions. So we can see here as of late, we have recent filings from Morgan Stanley on August the 20th that went in with 821,885 shares. So that's definitely something that is great to see, and it's definitely the most noticeable position we can see, and we also have some closed positions that we had from last week. Now, when we take a look at the short interest information, scrolling down on the page, the short shares availability is at 250,000 updated 16 minutes ago, and for the short ball free rate, it is at 3.47%. Scrolling down further, taking a look at the history of the short volume ratio, we could see for the close of the 18th, it was at 32.92. The close for the 19th, it was at 37.29. And then for the close on the Friday last week, it was at 35.20. So it went down a little bit. We did end up seeing some momentum in CLOV today, but one thing we could see for sure, it does continue to have short squeeze potential. So if we have volume coming into the stock, of course, we could see those moves to the upside, but do keep in mind, we want to make sure it's actually paying respect to the areas of support that we talked about inside of the technicals. Now let's take a look at the order flow distribution for Clover Health. We can see here on the inflow side is at 24.66, and on the outflow side it's at 30.66. So we ended up having an outflow day. So on the large we had 0 for both. On the medium, we had 16.99, and on the small, we had 7.67 inflows. Now, on the outflow side, on the medium, we had 20.86, and on the small, we have 9.80, and keep in mind, this is in the millions here. When we take a look at the large-scale orders in the last 5 days, you could see right here for August the 19th being the only outflow day where we had 1,789.42, and we had zeros down the board for today and also the other days prior that I did not mention. So taking this all into consideration here, we want to see CLOV make a big move. Institutions have not been getting involved as much, but the last time they did get involved, there was a lot of selling. Keep in mind, they had earnings not too long ago as well. And as far as what we're looking forward to, I'm going to be talking about that inside the final thoughts, so let's get to it right now. So for my final thoughts for Clover Health, I'm looking to see the stock get to $8.36 and gain momentum afterwards. The reason being is we got to $8.24, but that is not good enough. And what we want to see as far as support is concerned, we want to see CLOV hold up $8. That's what we're asking for. That's what we're looking for. Now, as far as when we went on Fintel, it does continue to have short squeeze potential. I know many of you are going to be excited to hear that. So keeping that in mind, if we have a lot more volume that comes through the stock, then of course we could see some moves to the upside. As far as institutional ownership is concerned, yes, we do have institutions who have loaded up on shares, but keep in mind, these are filings that were made well before. They did not happen on the day of that we see for the date for the actual filing. I want to make sure I'm very clear about that. I know many of you have asked about that inside of the comment section, so now that you're aware. So as far as what I'm going to be looking forward to for tomorrow, you guys already know, but I feel like it's very key to understand what's happening in the market overall in general. We had a very strong day right out the gate. I was taking a look at the futures and I was like, man, pre-market is looking good. And right at the open, things were looking good. So just keep this in mind when it comes to these particular type of plays, because if you have a good idea of what the market conditions are going to look like and what sectors are really starting to move, then of course you could take advantage of this. CLOV was literally in the $7 range and just really made that strong move going all the way up to $8.24. So I feel like if we had a rough day inside of the market or we saw it pull back quite a bit, then we wouldn't have seen that move overall in general. But due to the fact that it does get a lot of attention, we have to understand as far as volume is concerned, we're getting close into September. I know the long weekend is just right around the corner. The low volume is something you need to get used to. So what this tells us, that CLOV can be open to a lot of manipulation if the volume is light. So more volume is essential for this play to really move. So let's look for $8.36. This stock has short squeeze potential. I'm not telling you to go out there and buy some shares. Do your homework, do your due diligence. Think about if this play is going to be right for you, and then after you can think about, hey, am I going to be pushing the buy button or am I going to be pushing the sell button? What is my strategy going to be, and so on and so forth. I want to make sure you guys are educated and you know what you're doing before going into a position. Hope you guys enjoyed this video.